Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about the new possible starters for Legends EA. Now I'm going to have all of the starters, go one by one, and say why they may or may not be the new starters. Okay, I'm going to go over several points, some of them will repeat themselves, but that's fine. Okay, so first off, Bulbasaur. Now, first off, I don't think any of the counter starters have much of a chance, because they all got megas in X and Y. Because they are X and Y megas, that heavily reduces the chance of them getting new forms, because I believe they will actually be in the game, maybe through space-time distortion or a gift like the old Greys. So I believe that they will not be getting original variant. They might get the new mega, especially Charizard, but I don't believe they will. I simply don't. I mean, they could, but I don't think. First generation, I know I wanted to go one by one, but I think first generation is completely off. They already have too much protagonism. A lot of three little guys. So I don't think they will get anything on Legendary, excluding a possible new Mega, especially Charizard, of course. Now, going to Chikorita. Now, what does Chikorita have against it? Well, Cyndaquil was the starter on Legends Arceus, so that heavily reduces the chances for Chikorita, because they might not want to dodge Gen 2 again for this one. But that doesn't mean it's completely out. Our little pair might get its chance. And finally be good, like Meganium with an actual secondary typing and an ability. And a small reduction attack to get special attack. And it could be a good Pokemon. So let's see. But I don't think Chikorita will be. I think chances are low. I mean, it needs love, so that's a plus. But the fact that they went with Cyndaquil, I think it reduces the chances. Also, I mean, yeah, they have pairs in France, so they could go through there. But when you look at Meganium, it's more of a flower dinosaur, which fits Paris, because Paris is a city that tends to have a lot of flowers and flower shops, so it could work. But I'll say that they are on the lower side, not as low as Gen 1. It's possible, but I don't think it is now. Cyndaquil, or poor little fella, now that's completely out of the question. There's absolutely no chance this guy will get the starter. Not even in the game, to be honest. Let's be real. Typhlosion got its form in Legends Arceus, so I don't think it will be getting anything. So no chance. Sorry, Cyndaquil. Totodile is exactly the same as Chikorita, although I do think he needs a bit less love than it, but it's still a very beloved Pokemon. So it's more beloved for the franchise than Chikorita, so that might actually increase the chances a little bit. But as we will see, there's some other stuff that might be up on the list. But it's a solid pick, don't get me wrong, Totodile will be a solid pick. I simply, again, Gen 2 was already picked, so I think that reduces the chances quite a bit. But if you're a Totodile fan, so far still have some hope. Now Trico. I mean, Gen 3, Trico technically got the Mega, Sceptile got the Mega, but it was on Auras. So I don't, while it reduces the chance, I don't think it reduces that much, because I don't know if they will actually give Megas to the new starters. I actually don't think they will. I think they will give the new starters just the original form and save the Megas. So Trico is a good choice, I'm gonna be honest. It's the most underwhelming of Gen 3 starters, while it does look kind of cool. I mean, its stat distribution isn't bad, but its move pool is horrendous for a special attacker. Like, he has hidden power rock on Gen 3. Like, what? What? Even in Scarlet or Violet, like, they use Swords Dance when he has 20 more special attack. So, yeah, I mean, they could do a lot of things. They could make it a fighting type, a steel type. So, they can go something cool, like its Mega form, and go electric type, because lightning rod, making an actual Christmas tree or something like that. Take some inspiration from the Eiffel Tower and add into him or something like that, because let's be honest, they will make them more French on the final evolution. and I'll talk about that topic a little bit later. Now, Torchic, I love Torchic, but sadly, I don't think that's him because Blaziken, our boy Blaziken, is an actual Gen X and Y Mega. You know, it's not an Aura's Mega like Sceptile and Swampert. It's an X and Y Mega, and it was distributed in X and Y when it was released. So I think that does reduce the chances of it getting a new form quite a bit. I think we might actually find the Torchic in the game. I think it will be weird because I don't think you're going to find the other ones. So that might be a slight point in favor of it, but because he got an X and Y Mega, I simply don't see it. I mean, a Fire Electric Blaziken will be awesome. Or, I mean, Fire Flying, nobody wants that, but yeah, it could be cool, but I don't think so. An X and Y Mega, it heavily reduces the chances. Now, somebody like Mudkips. So, Mudkip has exactly the same chance as Trico. It's very beloved. Obviously, Swampert is much better overall than Sceptile is, but in VGC you never see a Swampert, so that's something that they may want to change. You know, I think the main problems of the normal Swampert are its abilities and lack of recovery. If they add one or both, then it will be a solid mon to always use. Now, in X and Y, it's Mega. I think I like its Megas functionally, not the design, because it flips it around, because you use Swampert as a defensive pivot, and the Mega as a sweeper or wall breaker. So, I mean, again, they have Megas, it's a bit less likely than the others, but because its Mega is from Auras and not X and Y, it's a solid chance. Mudkip lovers, you might get lucky. I don't think so, but you might get lucky. Now, Turtwig. Now, this is the first generation where I am 90% sure that one of them will be a starter. Now, Turtwig is a solid option. I mean, look at the little guy here, you know, jumping around. Torterra, I mean, they could make it French because they are reconstruction and stuff, make it more ground or steel type in order to help with the construction, you know, make him a drill on the nose or something like that. Or make it more French with a bow or something like that. So yeah, it's a solid chance. It doesn't get a mega. It's not being very featured around, so it's the first one that I say it has a good chance. It does. Now, same with Chimchar, exactly the same. Although Infernape, it could really lose some attack or special attack to boost the other offensive stat and speed. So Blaziken, I would say, is most beloved one of 4chan. So I'll say that's a good chance. You know, this one is Chinese based, so they're making it a bit more French. You know, like making more of an artist instead of a fighter. Could work. I could see that. I could see them doing something like that. So yeah, so Infernape has a good chance of being a starter. You know, Chimchar, a little guy, a little monkey. Now Piplup. Piplup. Many people say it will be a starter, and it's a bit hard to counter-argue until remember one thing. When you go to Legends Arceus, the Pokemon that they show, they aren't very Japanese excluding one, which is the water type. All of them are normal Pokemon, you know. Typhlosion is an Onibadger, a fire Onibadger. Nothing very Japanese about that, just an Onibadger on fire. Decidueye, an Arching Owl. Okay, it looks more British than it does Japanese, to be honest. And they changed that. They got the Decidueye, made it Japanese. They got Typhlosion, made it more Japanese oriented on the spiritual side. And they slightly changed the Samurott because it's already very Japanese. Now, Empoleon could get the same treatment as Samurott. It could. And I'll say it has a big chance of doing so, you know. It's going to lose its Steel type. Hopefully, it will be better offensive typing. Maybe give it more bulk and less attack, something like that. It could be good. Could be good. I'll say right now, this one has the biggest chances of being there. Remember, I think only one of these or Snivy are going to be. Because I don't think they are going to do the Samurott thing twice in the same. So that's why I'm not 100% sure on this or this. One of my favorite starters, our little boy, Snivy, Smugleaf, for those who know. It's very cool because, it has French inspirations. I mean, it's more European than French, but French are heavily on Knightwood, so many people say that Snivy is going to be a starter. I would love Snivy to be a starter. It getting a secondary typing would be great. I mean, it would lose contrary because they all lost they changed their hidden ability, so it will lose contrary, which is a mixed bag. I don't know what they will do. Could be good, could be bad. I don't know. It depends really where they go for it. Because let's see, if they got superior, let's say they took off 5 attack and give it to special attack and give it whatever typing. It doesn't matter what typing they give it. I mean, Leaf Storm plus an actually secondary stab will be very, very strong. You know, like Psychic plus Leaf Storm. It does a lot of damage. It sucks defensively, but it does a lot of damage. Electric with Thunderbolt does a lot of damage. If they go crazy, give it fire. Leaf Storm and overheat. Like, what can stop it? Now, it has a lot of potential with getting a new form. Again, either Im or Empoleon. I don't think both will get it because they are both already very French-like. But I would love it. I really, really would love it for Serperior to get some extra relief and maybe a move pool, Serperior is still waiting for its move pool. It's been 5 gens of it and it's still... look at this. Leaf Storm, Terra Blast, like Dragon Pulse. Those are literally its only attack options. It doesn't even get Hyper Voice. Like, come on, Game Freak, give it something. At least Mudshot or something like that. Like, this thing needs a move pool. At least something special to abuse its Leaf Storm. I mean, I'm glad it doesn't have right now because of Terra Stellar. But hopefully next gen it will get something. Now Typic, this little guy, it's cute. I don't like the evolutions, but I do like the first form quite a lot. I mean, if Serperior doesn't get pick, it has a good chance. Although it does lose a little bit. I didn't say that on Kansas Sniper, but because Oshawott was chosen, this one has lower chances to be chosen. That is exactly what I mean. But I could see them going with him. Empower is more Chinese. They could make it like I saw a guy calling it a chef. It could work with that. Giving some cool secondary typing. There's a lot of typings that fire could work well with, like ground. It works for a pig to be fire ground. I mean, ice will be nice, or a fairy. Could be cool. Could be very cool. But again, Oshawott was chosen. I think it changes it. We may get a remake this year, so him and Snivy aren't looking very good, sadly. But if you are the big fan or the Snivy fan, good luck. You may get it. Now, obviously, we're not getting Oshawott. We are not. I mean, Samurott TC, it's a good buff over regular Samurott. Although I wish they reduced its special attack by at least 10. And like 5-5 and it's perfect. But okay, it's fine. Sizzler just carries it. I don't know what crazy moves they will give to the new ones, but let's see. So Oshawott completely out of the question. No point talking about him. We all know it. Now Gen 6. Let's be honest. I think Gen 6 will just get Megas. Which is good. I would love to see a Mega Chestnut. This guy has a lot of potential, but he's just lacking a little bit. There's just a lot more Pokemon that do what it does better, or slightly better, or can compress its role with something more useful to your team. So, Chestnut getting a Mega could be pretty cool, man. I mean, I wait Quilladin like everyone else, but Chestnut is a cool guy. I hope he gets a cool Mega. Same thing, I believe he'll get a Mega. I mean, Delphox, I think it's underrated. I really like its design with the wand and stuff. I think people looked at Braixen and then got disappointed for some reason. I really like Delphox. Fire Psychic is pretty cool typing. Its stats are good, but they are just lacking a bit, especially on the speed. I think it has a bit too much special defense. You could get at least 6 more speed. With the Mega though, it could change, especially giving it an actual ability. I mean, Magician just ain't cutting it, man. And especially if it can Mega, I mean, Magician with Mega is pretty much no ability. So hopefully gets an ability, some speed, special attack, and it becomes a good Pokemon. Like really solid. Let's see what they can do with it. Same with Froakie. Like not much to talk about. Alto Greninja does have its Ash form, so I don't know where they will be going with Mega. I mean, they will go crazy and go in a completely different way with the Mega. You know, make it a fat frog or something like that, which will be weird, but they could do it. You know, because Naruto has those fat frogs, so we don't know. Let's see. Now, a little by Rowlet again. No chance, bro. I'm sorry. You don't have a chance. You already got the issue in form. I don't know what they were smoking when you made both of these guys' stats. Just like, why? Why it looks so cool? Why? Why is it so slow? Why doesn't it have like 105 speed and some? Ah! I hate it. I hate it. I like this Pokemon. I hate this. This is not real. I'm still dreaming from when I saw the leaks. And this is slightly better, but still ain't cutting it. At least it got a very good ability, while this guy's ability, it's okay, but like if it boosted non-contact physical moves as well, you know, it could be better. Like for example, if Poltergeist, I don't think it has is a contact move, so Poltergeist and Spirit Shackle get like a 20% boost because they don't make contact, and Leaf Blade doesn't get a boost, but doesn't make contact. You know, something like that could be cool. Make the ability actually always useful. Now Litten, because the Rowlet was chosen, its chances are reduced. I wouldn't mind getting a new Daddy. I mean a new Incineroar. You know, again, Fire Fairy. You know, Fire Steel could be cool. Fire Ice will be nice. You know, but I don't really believe that. I like it. I mean, Incineroar's design, I was a bit disappointed because, you know, I like a Torracat and Incineroar, and I'm like, okay, fine, but an actual four like tires like Lando would be cool as well. And to singles, I mean, when you go to singles, this Pokemon don't really need Slack off. I mean, would that break in on doubles? I don't know. I don't know if you could ever fit Slack off on Incineroar or on doubles, but on singles, if it had Slack off, it will be pretty much a good one. Now, Popplio, my boy, Popplio. I like him. It's a cool guy. A cool girl, because I try to always get the female Primarina. Again, same in Incineroar, less likely because Rowlet got chosen. I'm a bit sad that Liquid Voice is so meh. I'll be happy if they like gave it a small boost and priority to the low voice type, low some type moves. You know, like Round. Round gets a small boost and the priority, like 10% boost priority. I mean, that will make Primarine actually amazing. You know, or no boost and just if it's 40 BP or below, he gets priority. That will be cool, you know. I mean, they could go crazy and give it Boom Burst, but that simple boost will make this ability so good, will make this Pokemon so much better. I don't believe it will get it, but I mean, okay. Grookey. Now, Grookey has a good chance. If Snipey isn't pick, I think Grookey is a solid pick. Let's be real, so Grookey is a very solid pick. I mean, there's a lot of things they could go with Rillaboom to make it more French, you know. I mean, ability being a drummer, you can become a pianist or something like that. Harper, no, Harper is more Greek, but they could make something more like that. You know, it's not hard to make this design more French. I mean, the stats are already solid, so they don't need. I don't need to change them at all. You know, maybe a little less more HP to get them in more defense, something like that. A secondary typing would be cool. I think it might be worse because of its ability, but I don't know. It's a solid choice. Now Scorbunny. I think of HN, I think Scorbunny is most likely when it comes to fire types. Let's be real. Uh, Torchic could be the first guest because you know, chickens being national animal of France, but because Toshi got an X and Y Meg, it's less likely. And after that, Scorbunny. Soccer is very big in France, so I could see him. You know, Cinderace has a lot of potential as a That's a cool little guy, you know. Fire Electric will be very cool. Fire Fairy again, you know, around those types. Maybe swap its attack with special attack and call it a day, you know. High chance. I will give it an high chance for Scorbunny. Now Sobble. I I don't think they'll pick Sobble for some reason. Inteleon is a disappointment because it's a solo typing, mono typing. If it got a secondary typing, I think it'll be a lot stronger because its stats are very powerful on the offense, but being a pure water type means that it cannot do very much offensively. So yeah, it has a solid chance. You know, if they for some reason don't pick Grookey or Scorbunny, which I think they are a lot more likely, I could see them going with Inteleon. Inteleon isn't hard to make it French, you know. During World War II, there were a lot of French spies in Paris fighting against the Germans, so makes sense. Makes sense, you know, make it a little more old school style, and it works just fine. Now 9 Gen, I will say 9 Gen has a low chance as well, but it's not as low as people think because we know that Game Freak likes to throw some curveballs around. And you know which Pokemon will really fit France rather well? Sprigatito. Yep, I think Sprigatito will fit very well. You know, Meowscarada, a performer, a street performer, you know. Fair. I mean, you think of France, you think of performers. So, it works very well. You know, some slight changes. Not being a dark type any longer because maybe a fairy type works really well because it's now on the public eye. Just showing off everything it can do. You know, very cool. Very cool. I think Sprigatito has a much higher chance than people give it credit for. Just because of that, let's be honest. And that's what I have to say around Sprigatito. Now, for Fuecoco, I mean, it's designed. I mean, you look at Scala, it's designed to make it French. I mean, if it was an Italy based, I could see it, you know, make it more into an opera singer. But France, it's just not it. I don't think we are going to get Fuecoco. I'm sorry, Fuecoco fans. I don't think so. Now Quaxley, I mean, it, it's a little less likely than Sprigatito. But hey, they had France as a huge navy. Germans wanted the French navy to invade the British, so it's very possible. You know, water still Quaquaval. It's very possible. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I believe in the end, what you're going to get will be pretty cool to get Scorbunny, Sprigatito, and Piplup. I mean, I wouldn't really mind whichever they pick, as long as they pick and give us some. I don't really mind not getting Megas as long as Gen 6 gets Megas, okay? That's all I have to say. Have a good one.